What's up, y'all? It's your girl Red, and I'm back with another read. My voice sucks. It's this change of weather and allergies. I thought we was getting somewhere with, having my surgery and all, but hey, 'tis the season where the damn weather is being tricky right now. I got my drink on deck to help me with this read and the next few reads I gotta do. So, without further ado, collective, this is the Divine Feminine read. Yes, child. Divine Feminine, we are gonna see what you got going on. It's been a few months since I did a Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine read. Basically, all the reads I've been doing, it's been a few months. But I'm back now. So, welcome back, Carter. So, somebody named could be Carter. Yeah, let's get into it. We're going to start with the motherfucking tarot. We got one card out here. Let's get a few more for the ladies. Alright, I didn't use too much of these because we still got 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. Yeah, 4 decks to use. So, yeah. We ain't going to study long in these. Alright, ladies. 10 of Wands in reverse. Avoiding responsibility, taking on too much, buckling under pressure, giving up. All right, now come on. Divine Feminine. I know this ain't you out here buckling under pressure, baby. I know it's getting rough. We got back to school. If you're a mom, if you're just a student yourself, you're trying to get things going on. I know getting back into the routine. I was just mentioning that in my last read. Getting back into the routine can be a bit much for us sometimes. But we got to do it. So some of you could be trying to get back into the routine of things and get back right with what you need to do. But don't give up though. A lot of you could be under some pressure. Some could be under so much pressure that they're avoiding responsibilities. Now come on, ladies. You can't be just so disassociated that you're avoiding your fucking responsibilities. You got to do your responsibilities, okay? Maybe because you're burnt out, though, sis. You're probably burnt out, and you're taking on too much, as it says right here. On the times and moments you get a chance to sit your ass down, okay? Don't overwhelm yourself and overwork yourself. Sit your ass down, because it is needed. Queen of Cups in the upright. Intuitive, creative, visionary, new romance, new horizons, self-improvement, artistic, calm, compassionate, and mature woman. Absolutely. You're absolutely that. So you got to make sure that you're on top of your A game, ladies. Yeah. Sometime or other, ladies, you got to take some time for yourself. You're intuitive. You're creating things. You're a visionary. Some of you, out here could have got a new romance happening, okay? New horizons, self-improvement, artistic, calm, compassionate, and a mature woman. You're out here doing the things that you need to do to self-improve, And there's nothing wrong with that. In my last read, I was discussing about a reset. Some of you could be having a reset this season, You could just be going through a renewal of emotions and just dealing with different stuff. It is what it is, but you could be going through it. So stay focused on a certain amount of things. You don't want a bunch of tabs open, okay? That will overwhelm you or make it feel like I've got too much to do and you're taking on too much, and it becomes so much for you and overwhelming. I don't know if you guys seen that fly just fly past. I don't know where it just came from, but it wasn't just here. So that's some bullshit. Watch out for monitoring spirits, ladies, because they're out here in the atmosphere. the monitoring spirits, they could be flies, gnats, people, certain things that are off kilter. So pay attention to that as well. King of Pentacles in the upright. Control, power, discipline, loyal, career-oriented, money talks, finance, business, middle management, secure, wise, and patient man. So collective, this is who you could be dealing with. Having a new romance with this man. Okay. I mean, does this man, it says he's got the control, the power, the discipline. Is he over-controlling? Is he an abusive power type of person? Does he need these type of discipline? Or he carries all of these things in the right ways and not the wrong ways? I guess in so many ways I'm saying, is this man healed, collective? Are you dealing with a healed man? We're going to find out. I know that. We're going to find out. But this man here, he's secure, he's wise, he's a patient man. He's understanding. He's got his shit together, okay? 10 of Swords in reverse. Dun, dun, dun. Holding on to the pain. Improvements won't last. Fear of ruin. Okay, ladies, is this what you're dealing with? A fear of ruin. A fear of someone doing what someone else had already done to you, It's hard to trust people. It's hard to, you got little trust issues going there. You figure somebody's going to treat you the same way this last person did, but this might not be the case with this new romance, though. Some of you could be holding on to the pain. And the improvements that you kind of made won't last if you don't do the full healing, collective. There's a fear of ruin here. So, is this you, my divine ladies, or is this new romance you guys are involved with? Let's see what we got. The moon in reverse. Damn. Instability, inconsistency, silence. Okay. So, my divine ladies, were you dealing with this man and it all probably seemed good and just great and honeymoon phases, and then you found out that this person wasn't shit? I don't know. Or, because there's two different men here, you're holding on to the pain of the past relationship you were in. You could be bringing it into this new romance. That ain't good, because that will cause some instability and some inconstancy. Your inconstancy of constantly trying to, badgering a person on the low, or making comparisons to this. Well, this person is not this person, ladies. Remember that. I know you got to keep your guards up by any means. Do so. But also don't bring your old baggage into something new, or else it's not going to work. Maybe this person's having a silence, or maybe you're taking a silence because you're feeling all these things and you don't want to ruin a good thing, or so you think. The world in the upright. Completion, success, fulfillment, high attainment, rewards for efforts, inner and outer reconciliation, voyage, and immigration. Yeah, a lot of you have done the work. You've done the completion. Excuse me, I done burped. Some of you guys could have burped. I ate something, maybe I did just eat, but I'm getting that. Maybe but I didn't just eat like right away. I'm getting these spiritual sneezes, these spiritual burps and hiccups. So something here could have been not giving you guys fulfillment in the past. But now, you got a completion. The world in the upright is success. You got the fulfillment. You got a high attainment for the rewards for your efforts. You put in the work, and now you're reaping the rewards from that. Your inner and outer self, you're reconciling with it. You're dealing with it. This was a voyage, but you're here. Look, Page of Swords in the upright, collective. Message about business. Hold on, let me straighten them out. Message about business. Unscrupulous business rival. Deceitful person or spy. Clever, skilled, and manipulative youth. There you have it. I knew it was going to be some bullshit in here somewhere, ladies. Yeah. Someone out here is watching you, probably on your social media and whatnot. You might be getting a message about your business. I'm sure a lot of you own your businesses, whether it's in finance, healthcare, hair, beauty industry, whatever. A lot of you are doing the damn thing, and this deceitful ass person, this spy, this clever, skilled, manipulative youth, they're all in your fucking Kool-Aid trying to know the flavor. Yeah. Some of you guys could get a message about doing business with this person, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't, absolutely not. I wouldn't. I was going to say I would absolutely not do business with them, but I wouldn't. Especially if this person's a rival or, this is somebody that's in competition. I wouldn't do it. Sun. In the reverse. Oops, I'm knocking my camera. Loneliness, isolation, egotistic. Look, I can't even read, collective. Something's going on here. They don't either want me to get the message out or I'm going too fast with these messages and they're coming in as I'm reading these things off. Some of you guys might need to slow down a bit. You're taking on too much, like I said. Myself included. So loneliness, isolation, egotistic, lack of success, misunderstanding, disappointment, depression. So some of you, collective, could be going through a little bit of a depression or a little anxiety and feel lonely and isolated, Maybe you have a little, ego thing happening right now. You're in your ego. Maybe there's a lack of success and misunderstanding between the situation here. Whatever it is, hopefully it gets cleared up by the end of this read. Alright, let me get one more. Alright. And we're going to head to our other deck and see what they got going for us. Because it's some juicy stuff going to come out. I just know it. 7 of Wands in the reverse. Alienating others. Losing the battle. Being your own worst enemy. Giving up. Overwhelmed. Now, see, collective, I just told you, don't do that. That's on top of the other card of taking on too much. Some of you could be out here alienating others, but I'm not getting that very strong from my divine ladies here. I mean, it's happening, but I don't feel like it's you that's causing it. You might be finishing it, but you're not starting it. Somebody out here feel like they're losing the battle up against something. Being your own worst enemy. Okay. Some of you could be a little hard on yourself and beating yourself up about what's going on and what needs to be done and how things should be handled. I get it. But giving up should not be one of the options, even though it feels like it sounds good at the time. Somebody's very overwhelmed, though. Look, Knight of Wands in the reverse. A division, discord, interruption, delay in message, or trip canceled. Well, somebody's got something going on. Allergies, pup's itching. Now she's trying to shake it off. She's got allergies happening, too. I tell you, this weather is no joke. Somebody could be in a discord, interruption. See how she interrupted us just then? A delay in a message or a trip is canceled. Impulsive, hasty, addictions. Oh, somebody's got some addictions. Whether it's social media, music, sex, food. Someone's got something going on out here. And it's causing a divide and a discord between the two of you or you and someone else. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Dang, I said the same thing twice when I just said that. It's causing a division between you and someone else, or you're just an onlooker seeing this happen for someone else. Alright. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Debt, selfish, one-sided charity, condescending and patronizing the help. Yeah, whoever this person is, and whatever this person is, it could be this Queen of Cups here. Because it's given there's someone else other than you out here, collective. I hate when that happens. I wish it was just only you guys in your own reading, but it's always another bitch and always another dude just sliding their asses in, and they tend to be karmic all the time. And this person or you could be in debt. They could be selfish. This shit is one-sided though. Maybe you gave it your all and this person didn't. And it's very one-sided. This person's very condescending and patronizing. Or this person could be condescending and patronizing for the help if you go into business with this person. No. Death in reverse. Resistance to change. Unable to move on. Obstinance and lack of hope. Yeah, collective. Whoever this is, they're not going to change. So it's given that it's this King of Pentacles here. Whoever this King of Pentacles is here, collective, they're not going to change. Bless me. Oh, bless me. I didn't mean to keep doing that, y'all. My allergies kicking up. Some of y'all could be allergic to this motherfucker. Shit. Every time they come around, they trigger you. You know what I mean? Slide those back in there. And let's get to the next deck, shall we? What should we use, Divine Feminine? Let's check the vibe out, okay? Yeah, you're dealing with somebody or we're dealing with somebody. It could be a person, place, work. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, the situation has burned you out, okay? Ain't nobody got time for it. Ain't nobody got time for the madness and mayhem over and over. You dig? Alright, let's see what this is really going on and what it's about. Yeah. Family could be involved. Blood ties. Your inner circle could be involved, collective. Could be. No. Distance. Divorce. Ghosted. Separation. So somebody could have got ghosted out here. You could have got ghosted, collective, or you ghosted somebody. Whoever ghosted who, it just means there's no more. Shit. There's no more. There's a divorce out here. And maybe with that, let's see. I just lost it. It'll come back once I talk again, whatever. Maybe you guys got away from this person because they were not good for what you were trying to set up for your family. You know what I mean? It's too much taken on. You're dealing with this divorce. You're dealing with the kids. You're dealing with the inner circle having their opinions. You're dealing with all this type of stuff, collective, that, yeah, I can get why you're tired of it. Yeah, you created your distance between people and this situation here, this divorce. Yeah, from this masculine here. Authority. Discipline. Father figure. So this could be the new romance, this new man that you've met, you know. This person could have and be family oriented and father figure and all that. Whereas your ex was not. But this person is. They're coming through in like the knight in shining armor probably to you, collective. Yep. Look. Soulmate. Twin flame energy, friendship, romantic partner. Yeah. You got a person out here that is looking for all that. But then there's another person out here that was not looking for those things. You got away from them. Yeah, look. Waves, emotions, worry, fear. Some of you could be worrying, hey, is this new thing going to fall through like my old relationships? I mean, I know they say, oh, you can't think like that. Well, it's hard not to think like that when you've been burned, bruised, and beat up and just took through the ringer when it comes to relationships. It's hard not to have that light go off in your mind. Like, hey, is he real? Is she real? But this is Divine Feminine read. So we're going to say, is he real? Okay? I mean, some of you could be into the same sex as well. I'm getting that too. You're wondering if that person is who they cracked up to be, who they say they are. So there's a lot of emotions and worry and fear behind this whole situation. Some of you could have kids with the past person that didn't, you know, it didn't turn out the way you needed. And now you've met somebody that measures up to your expectations, I should say. But you shouldn't have expectations because you're going to set yourself up for disappointment. But if you did, you know, have somebody that's a new romantic beginning and they're meeting all your, you know, checking all your boxes, and maybe you're just worried about all that stuff. How are they going to fit into my family? How are they going to fit into I got kids. How they gonna fit into that aspect of me? And when it comes to co-parenting with my ex and whatnot, and things like that, My bad, y'all. I know I gotta get my puff of stuff on. But yeah, you're worried about a lot of things, collective. Look, nightlife, striptease, gamble, Vegas. Hopefully, someone's not so into the nightlife anymore. Maybe someone was so much into the striptease, the gamble, the Vegas nightlife, even if it's not in Vegas, just out all night, just doing this, doing that. Maybe somebody was into all of that lifestyle and it became too much for someone to just deal with. Like, hey, there's more to life than just getting out here and being out every night, doing this and that. It's not amounting to anything, Or some of you could be on a vacation and seeing the sights of nightlife in Vegas. My bad, I had to take a drink, y'all. Getting a little dry. Today, look at those candles. Happy birthday to y'all. Good vibes now and in the moment. There's a birthday cake there. So some of you guys, some of you Virgos, Virgo ladies, Libra ladies, y'all finna be celebrating your birthdays. Happy birthdays to you guys. But today, just you're focused on the good vibes. You're focused on the now, in the moment. You're not going to worry about everything that's going on all the time. You're always worried about that, right? Right. Look, karmics. Fuck these guys too. Third parties, haters. The lessons learned. Yeah. You learned the lesson on them. You figured out what it was, Nurturing, mentorship, wisdom, giving back. Absolutely. A lot of you guys are giving back. You're getting involved, in ways that you never thought you could, whether with work, outside charity work, with your families and friends, and you're just giving back and being of service. Because before you probably weren't, or you lacked that because you were dealing with something. Look, toxic, drama, arguments, incompatible. Yeah, whoever you guys were dealing with. It could have been a karmic person you guys were dealing with, That drama, that arguments, and trying to figure out life, that's just another weight to carry. Like, I'm glad you guys kind of dismissed that. If you didn't, you need to. Give back to yourselves. Give yourself that peace of mind back. Because there's nothing more that's, worth a peace of mind. Yep, get out here and smell the roses. Slow your ass down. Take some you time. Get out in nature. Didn't I already say that earlier? Yeah, I did. Get out here in nature. Smell the flowers. Get away from all that mess. Look, the possibilities. Follow your dreams. Make up your mind. Believe in yourself. Yeah, because there's so many possibilities out here, collective. And you don't need nobody to tie you down or drag you down whose mind isn't in the right place or their heart. Feminine energy. Yeah, a lot of you guys are in your feminine energy. Gentleness, nurturing, mothering. Some of you could be pregnant. Congratulations. And it says nurturing right here. And on this family. Some of you guys could be having a new family with this new masculine that your new romance. Yeah. Others of you could be drowning though. You're in and over your head. You're overextended. You could be hitting rock bottom right now. Especially if it has to do with a toxic relationship or a separation. Yep. You guys cut ties for that. You stood up for yourself. You've awakened to the truth of what's really going on in that situation. Yep. And this person's suffering in silence. They got unspoken desires, real feelings, broken dreams. But you know what? You can't hang on to that, collective. No, that's not for you to carry. They need to go on and heal themselves so they can stop disappointing people. Real shit. Look, someone's going through something legal. Lawyers, court, paperwork. Here, I'll send it up here so you guys can see it. It said divorce, separation. So it could be, someone was married out here. And someone's getting lawyers, and there's paperwork, and there's court involved, and, a lot of paperwork when it comes to something. But it has to be taken care of. Look, laughter, happiness, joy, healing. A lot of you guys are healing after this situation. Let's get a few more out and we'll move on to the next deck. Yeah, you guys are moving on from whatever was dragging you down. You're in search of a new beginning, something way better than what's happening here. Okay, let's get these few. What do we got? Look, two-faced, double life, cheater, backstabber. Yeah, you guys are moving on from that. Whoever that person was, antisocial, in your feelings, silent treatment, left out. So whoever this dude is or whatever, ladies, yeah, he feels left out, but you weren't feeling left out when you're out here creeping and freaking and sneaking and geeking. Shit, fuck out of here. They know you established, collective, settled, secure, and wealthy. Whether it's spirit, financially, emotionally, they know you got it. And they trying to come in and disturb your peace. But recharge, breathe, let go, clear your mind. So that way you can continue to have that laughter and joy. Because you are taking on too much. You got this punk in the background. You got things to worry about that's just lifing. And yeah, no. Daydreaming, head in the clouds, delusion, hopes and dreams. Yeah, let this person keep doing that. Let them keep doing that. Because they're going to do nothing but slow you down. Look, running. Escape, denial, excuses. That's all this person has. And that's all you're going to keep getting out of them too, collective. Let's get 3 more. And then we're on to our little spooky deck. Yeah, this person is running out of excuses and shit. You know? Actually, let's get 4. There we go. Yeah, they're running out of excuses. And I hope you're tired of hearing them. They're going to escape. They'll give you this little run around, then they escape. They be in denial. They off to the next. Running. Epiphany. Self-reflection. Answered questions. Untapped talents. That keeps coming out. Hidden talents. A lot of you have discovered a lot of hidden talents about yourself that you never known that you had going on. A lot of you done a lot of self-reflection over this time. Recharging, renewing, and reset. You're looking at every aspect of life right now. Okay, what's this do for me? Does this do anything? You know, getting rid of things that don't serve you anymore. Having a real reset this fall quarter. Boundaries, disrespectful, enough is enough. Defend yourself. Yeah, you guys are defending what's yours. You're doing what you need to do. You've drawn the line in the sand. Like, hey, no. Enough is enough. This shit ends with me. It ends. It's not going to keep going. Because I'm not going to keep going through it. You can go through it by yourself. But you're not going to drag me through it. Yeah, look. Exactly who you were dealing with. A narcissist. Egotistical, opportunist, fragile. Didn't egotistic come out in one of these reads? Either the full moon or it just came out earlier in this read. But this is who you're dealing with. This person that thinks they're the shit. Look how they stepping on people and doing all that just to get what they want. Yeah. Treating people like shit and burning bridges and shit. Yeah. Lack of trust, disloyal. Y'all turned y'all back on them. As you should. Because they ain't have shit to offer you. Look. They salty, bitter, angry, and petty. Absolutely. And if it's not them, it's whoever they're dealing with. Because they see the light in you now. And now their attention's like, whoa, let me go spin the block. No. Keep your stupid ass over there where you thought the grass was greener at. Stay over there with the hoes you chose, okay? Because whoever they chose is bitter and angry. This person's a narcissist. They look for a new supply each time. This person might not know that, but you guys do. Well, you do now. Yeah. You seen those matches? Look at this. Matches right here. Envy, resentful, competitive, discontent. Yeah. Whoever that woman is very discontent. It's giving karmics. It already came out. Karmics. Yeah, that's who it is. This person left you divine ladies from one of them karmic-y, hot to trot ass bitches. And yeah, this person's very resentful against you because of this person. And they're very competitive and discontent. And they're willing to shake the room and do anything to cause friction. Absolutely, collective. Look, This person's only in it for the thrills. Whoever this female is, it's a continuous cycle. Bad decisions and addictions. It already says somebody got some addictions out here. Somebody could have a sex addiction out here as well. And this is all they do. They go after these women, this nightlife, and they get involved and trapped and stuck. There's unforgiveness there. Yeah. It's not looking good for whoever this is. Nope. Nope. A bunch of chaos, upheaval, disaster. Yeah, downfall. Look, love affair, dirty little secret, sex fixed down low. I did say something about a same-sex relationship out here. Some of you guys could have just, found out that the relationship was just kept on the down low. No one talked about it until now. But somebody had a love affair out here. Y'all know it. Somebody was a secret. Yep. And now somebody's in isolation. Feel rejected, left alone, self-inflicted. This person put themselves here so they can try to figure out some shit. Ain't shit to figure out. You fucked up, dummy. Look, wishful thinking, second chance, deja vu, nostalgia. No. That's what's going on. More matches. This is what they're dealing with. The bitch has got matches taped to her face. Look, bad choices, games, mixed signals. Exactly. That's what they was dealing with. And they meant they matched with whoever they was dealing with. Look. You look like Meghan Markle, don't you? Masked, hiding, concealing, deception. Yeah. Whoever that was masked up, hiding whoever the fuck they truly was. And now this man is over there shattered, broken, nightmares, failures. Yeah. Because motherfucker chose wrong. And this is all y'all wanted was intimacy. Mutual respect, unity, closeness. And you got that now. But with somebody new. Not with this old motherfucker. Alright, let's get into our next deck. Our spooky deck. Divine ladies. Because we're going to let you out here. We've been here long enough. Hopefully these messages resonate. Shit. Figure I had to do something with a breakup. Because us ladies, we be good to go until these men come stepping on the scene and get our minds gone. Right? Right. So, let's just dig into the spooky deck. I guess you couldn't see it that good. There we go. We're going to dig into that, shall we? It's a lot going on, collective. Y'all need to be careful, though, in this season. A lot of spooky shit happening in the atmosphere, that's for sure. Okay. All right. So the veil is lifted, collective. The future. The veil is lifted on some things. Y'all know the truth about what's going on. Y'all peeped it. Y'all knew. Yep. Look, the owl. Wise seeing, wise action. Look at there. Y'all was watching. Y'all was paying attention. Right. As you should. Look, your ancestors could have gave you some heads up, letting you know what's going on. Ancestors, the love and legacy of your DNA. Yeah. The love and legacy of your DNA would not let you fall victim to this old goofy shit. Absolutely not. Look. Trick or treat. Yep. They wanted y'all for the trick and the treat, y'all. And y'all said no. Mischief and play. Exactly. No. We're not doing that. And that's what this person could have did. Came in on that devilish behavior and thought they was going to come ghost you. They could have thought and tried to do this, or gonna think to do this around Halloween time. Come in with a sweet nothings and then dip out. No. Yep. Ain't nobody got time for their ghosting. And you knew that's what this person does. That's all they do. Look. The underworld. Where all things pause and begin again. Yeah. Some of you guys could have ended all this, like I said. But the underworld is where all things pause. They take a brief pause. And then they begin again. So right now, you guys just be taking a brief pause. Hopefully you've learned the lessons, and with that epiphany of this person, you don't begin again in the way that you were before with them. You know? You leave them in the dust, so to speak, if they're not serving you any good. Why would you stay in this type of relationship or situationship, whatever's going on, if nothing's blossoming? Okay? Look, ghost. They're gonna ghost shit again. Regret. Somebody's in heavy regret with dealing with somebody. Somebody could have ghosted somebody out here, and now they're in heavy regret for ghosting you, collective. But it's too late. Look. Unnecessary fear. Don't fear nothing. Something could be happening over this full moon. Graveyard. Unnecessary fear. So some of you could have the unnecessary fear when dealing with someone. And then, just kind of, hey, I'm going to do this for me. Because this is just too much to deal with. There's too much going on. And you dead at that shit. Look. Dawn. There go the owl again. The light after the darkness. Yeah. A lot of you are seeing the light after the darkness. You're not fucking around dealing with whoever this fucking zombie is. Look. Control. Whoever this motherfucking narcissist is, always got to have the control. You know what I'm saying? It's giving domestic violence as well, too. Collective. I see that headstone up there. Something could have happened early morning. Something could happen overnight in the full moon. This is giving like a sun. It looks like, even though it's a moon, there's a full moon there. Look at that hand. Looks like it has to have the control. Look at there. Look at that. Let me hold it up again. Look at the hand. Look at the shit popping out of it. Like, it's very domestic. It said that somebody was abusive and, abuse of power and shit. Maybe this person is that. Night song. Some of you guys could be seeing a cardinal. Hidden talents. There goes the talents again. You guys have tapped into your hidden talents. Absolutely. And you're moving on. Alright. Midnight. The most magical hour of all. So something could happen at midnight. My collective. Something could happen over midnight or going to. At nighttime. Early morning. You know how midnight is. Something could have happened there. Or the time could have run out. Because a lot of stories, when the clock strikes 12. Hell, it should be over with. Alright. The lamp. Remembrance. So y'all keeping a remembrance of somebody. Maybe around this Halloween time, there's a pumpkin in that picture. I mean, these are the spooky decks, so I expect no pumpkin not to be there. Alright, let's get another one out. 2 of them. That works. Skull of light. Illumination. Yeah. Y'all been illuminated to this shit. Y'all have seen. This shit was illuminated to you. Y'all see what's going on. You know and understand how this person operates. And that's why you moved around from them. That's why you moved around from the situation. Whether it be a person, place, job, situation, friend, it don't matter. Jack-o'-lantern. There's that pumpkin. Protection. So somebody's protected. Also, something could be going down over Halloween. I mean, this is the fall season, right? Yep. Right. Okay. Let's get a few more. These big mugs don't hardly want to shuffle shit. Alright. Whatever you're doing, though, collective, you're seeking joy during this season. Look, the leaves fall. You're rejoicing in the present, and the present is now. The fall leaves, it's fall time now. You're rejoicing in the moment. Yeah. Cauldron. Synergy and healing. Yeah. Some of you guys could just be healing in the moment. Taking care of yourselves, Black cat. Fortune meets opportunity. Yeah. Some of you guys, but watch your back. You see those eyes back there? Behind that card. Somebody's watching you. Could be. Fortune meets opportunity. You guys could have, had an idea and came into what you needed to, and it opens an opportunity for you. yeah, opens doors for you. But watch yourself, collective, 'cause somebody could be trying to offer you some bullshit. Look at this apple. It's a heart there, but look at this bleeding. Risk and reward. So be careful about the offer or whatever somebody's trying to come in with. It might look and seem like it tastes good, but it's given like it's rotten, it's poisonous. To every reward, there's a risk, so be careful. Something could be going down over the winter time. Again, look at the leaf. It's fall time right now. We're in the, new season, the sacredness of pausing. And it said something about pausing before, so taking a moment to pause, and then as you reset, you'll be able to start again. So winter time. So this winter, the sacredness of pausing. You're going to sit down and pause this winter after dealing with whatever happened this fall over this full moon. All right. Skull of Stars. Infinite possibilities. Yeah. All the possibilities in the world are going to come to light, collective, once you let something go or someone go. Eternal love. Love is love is love, and it transcends physical death. So, be careful, collective. Don't let nobody love you to death out here. Because we had that narcissistic card come out, and I know in the last read I was getting something about some domestic violence. Hopefully that wasn't the case for some of you. And, yeah. Be careful out here, dealing with whoever you're dealing with. Skull of Darkness, blind spots, absolutely. Watch your blind spots, collective. Please do. Some of you could be trying to find the forgiveness and reducing the burden of which somebody caused you, or a situation caused you. You're trying to find the forgiveness, not for them, but for yourself. Because a lot of you were dealing with a spider, a black widow, community and web weaving. This person's all for the streets, everywhere, setting up lies and webs for people to get caught in them. Death. The eternal cycle begins here. There's a full moon here. Some of you guys could be seeing moths and shit. Bees, butterflies. Shit. It's a lot going on. Could be just a rebirth this season, ladies. Trying to renew, reset, get ready for the fall time, the new quarter. And there's a death to a lot of situations, but there also could be a literal death happening. And my condolences to you guys. My sincere condolences. All right. We got Lady de los Muertos, acceptance and equality. So you guys are searching for the acceptance and equality in this new relationship and just hoping that things could just be the way they need to be. Whether it's in the newfound romance you got, or if it's at work, or just period in life. You're trying to make sure that things are where they should be and how they should be, collective. And even in trying to make sure things are where they need to be and how they need to be, that shit can be a bit much on people. It can take a toll on you. Absolutely can. So give yourself grace. Take the time for yourself for a break. Because there's going to be a lot of people that will have that acceptance and equality for you. Have the strength. Skeleton. Yep. Have the strength, collective. Synergy and sweetness. That's what we got coming out. But be careful, because that food don't look too good on there. That barmbrack don't look too good. It looks a little rotten there. So just be careful. Invisibility. Authenticity. Yes, use your authenticity. That's going to open more doors for you. I think a lot of people got stuck in believing, being like this person, no. That doesn't make you authentic. That makes you a copy and paste. Be your authentic self, collective. Keep it moving. by you being your authentic self and going ghosting, keeping your distance and staying out the way, that has caused you to learn a new thing about people, little fews and twos, and what to look for when it comes to dealing with life, people, love, situations. So keep in your invisibility and authenticity. Keep keeping your distance like that. So you can keep peeping the scene, you heard? Because these witches is out here. The earthly weaver of the worlds, yeah. They out here. These karmic witches. They out here. Seeking to destroy whatever you got going on and whatever anyone else got going on. Because their shit ain't going on, Yep. Last card out. Scrying. Intuition. A lot of y'all are using y'all's intuition. Yeah, you are. And that's what's keeping you afloat and out of this turmoil with certain things. You're using your intuition. And that'll lead you a great deal of places. Take a moment, stop, get the roses. Take a moment to think, reflect, collect your thoughts. Yep, trust your intuition. Bottom of the deck, hearth. Happiness in our hearts and homes. Yes. Isn't that all what we want? Happiness in our hearts and homes? Isn't that why we go the extra mile every day? To make sure there's happiness in our hearts and in our homes, collective? I believe so. But all right, that has been the read, Divine Feminine. If it resonated, I hope so. If it didn't, shit. Hopefully you can come back and you'll find one that resonates. But if it doesn't, just take what does, leave the rest, But mainly, be safe out here for yourself, for others. Be safe, just period. Because it's so much going on in the fucking world right now. Everybody just needs to protect themselves and just stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Divine Feminine, you can have people watching and shit, all eyes on me type shit. But make sure you're paying attention to what you need to pay attention to, okay? All right. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Take care of yourselves and each other, collective. And until next time, bye, y'all.